Why do dog people much more likely to buy dogs from breeders than cat people? This is my Pomeranian Arthur. He is AKC registered. Cost $2,000 and I had to travel across the country to get him. This is my cat Stinky Boy. He's orange. I found him outside. My dog, Dave, is a rescue. My cat Bully, a ginger and white Tom, turned up one day, made friends with the dog and my old cat, and moved in. We do not own cats, they own us. Most people I know who have dogs got them from a shelter. Most people we know isn't really a good tool for polling people in general. If I had to take a guess though, house cats come in hundreds of different breeds like dogs. But in general, their needs are all pretty close to the same. Some have some higher maintenance like the Persian, with its ridiculous fur, but most have the same food, litter box, bedding, crate, medical requirements. A cat is a cat. Anyone can pick up a cat from a shelter and be confident its needs are going to be met. Dogs come in such a ridiculously large variety of sizes, from teacup poodle to Great Dane. Some housing blocks have pet size limits, like my apartment does. So if the shelter doesn't have the right size, you may have to go to a breeder to get one. If you don't know what size dog you're getting, you can't prep the kind of items you need to take care of it until you know. Hope this helps. Cats are more or less the size of an average cat, with variation in color but overall pretty similar looking. Dog breeds have much greater variation in size, temperament, and general appearance, so it makes more of a difference what kind of dog you get. You could go adopt one at a shelter, but it tends to be mostly pit bull type dogs at shelters. And a shelter pit bull with emotional baggage can cause a lot more damage than a cat-sized animal. Are shelters maybe more strict with dogs? We were refused by shelters because we didn't have a yard. And now we have a mini Aussie that gets 4 walks a day and is happy and spoiled. Cats don't vary as much in size or temperament. It's very important if you're going to get a dog to know if you'll be able to keep up with its exercise needs and how strong it will be. I'm disabled, and there's no way I'd be able to hold onto a large dog breed if it unexpectedly pulled on the lead. Also, some people get dogs to work. You probably aren't going to get a sheepdog from a shelter, lol. I could adopt pretty much any cat and see to its needs, but I'd be much more restricted with what dog I could care for. The dog would need to be between X and Y size, have a short coat, and not require too much exercise. Current dog gets 4 to 6 miles before anyone asks. I tried to get a shelter dog, but all they had were pit bulls. I didn't want that breed. Cats, while little pricks, don't tend to seriously hurt someone if they are moggies or are part feral. A dog with unknown history or lineage could kill you or your kids. I imagine that's why I tried to adopt a puppy from a shelter, based on my home and family situation and this and that and the other thing the best they could offer was a 5-year-old pit bull with a past. I found a breeder and got a beagle. Emo dogs have a wider variety of personalities by breed. You wouldn't want a Dalmatian if your life consists of never leaving your apartment unless absolutely necessary. It's important to get the right breed of dog for your lifestyle or you're in for a bad time. So a purebred dog assures the owner of what they could expect. Based on my personal experience, it's difficult to pinpoint any kind of personality that a cat will have. But many dog breeds have specific traits that are desirable based on people's experiences and lifestyles. I have a specific kind of breed we got from a breeder because I love the qualities and traits that this breed typically has. Great with kids, medium energy, typically very good with other dogs, etc. Finding this kind of dog at a shelter would be a huge challenge, and many people like knowing the full history of their dog. Cats choose you, not the other way around. Trying to adopt a dog from a shelter felt like I was on Tinder again. Ghosting. Putting down unreadable application fees with no guarantees of getting a dog from them. Excessive requirements for some dogs. I almost gave up and went to a breeder, but I ended up rescuing my current dog from a place estate. Over. Dogs were bred for centuries for super specific tasks and characteristics. You can buy a specific breed and know exactly what you're getting. While adopted dogs are a mystery box which might have been abused. Cats were mostly bred to be beautiful. And purebreds are usually dumber. All cats are a mystery box. So it doesn't matter if they're purebred or not. Because dog breeds actually have specific needs. And are vastly different. Take a German Shepherd, that's completely different than owning something like a wiener dog. One likes to herd. Is naturally more protective, giant in size with a vastly different look, while the other is more likely to be more family and stranger-friendly, good at killing rats and other pests. While cats, they all kind of just do the same thing. For the most part, you don't hear someone buying an orange cat over a munchkin cat because one is gonna protect you more. Dog people plan dogs like someone might plan for kids. Cat people find a cat in the trash and take it home. Source: am both. We tried to get a dog from a shelter. Several shelters. It was a headache. I felt we needed a puppy due to having an infant and 2 autistic kids. It needed to grow up with noise. Obviously, puppies get more applicants. Most never responded. I had only one contact my references. Plus, I wanted certain temperament expectations and a larger dog. We had tried with less effort for a while. And then a lot of effort for a few months. I eventually gave up and bought a lab from a reputable breeder. Our vet said she was passed over for adoptions and had to buy. Because she didn't have her entire farm fenced and worked long hours. I have in the past. Prior to kids adopted adult dogs from shelters and will likely do it in the future. As for cats, we have 3. One from someone's accidentally cat pregnancy and the other 2 from shelters. I don't know if I will do shelter again. The newer cat clearly has some trauma. We have had him 4 years now and it has been pretty awful until about 6 months ago. Future cats will probably be stray kittens, I find. Lol. I had one in my hands a few months ago and stupidly put him down. I would love a rag doll or a Maine Coon though. Hi. I'm a cat owner, but I'm about to get a golden retriever from a breeder. So, my reason is that my dog is going to be a working dog, so him having the right temperament and health is essential. But honestly, a lot of people get dogs from breeders because a lot of rescues and shelters are really strict with their requirements to adopt. Many of them require you to have your own house with a fence that's a certain height. Even for dogs that aren't necessarily really high energy. Also, if you want a bigger dog, it's a lot more important to get a dog with the right temperament and one that doesn't have unknown triggers which can end up having someone or another pet injured. Sometimes it's just a lot safer getting a dog from a good breeder. With cats, there's less of a hassle in general taking care of them. Unknown health issues usually aren't as expensive as dogs. And cats can't hurt people in the way that bigger dogs can. I went with my friend to the shelter to get her a cat. All she needed was to pick a cat, have a quick home check. It took 5 minutes. And pay the adoption fee. Easy peasy. Went to get me and my partner a dog. We lived in a 3rd floor walk up, right beside a dog park and within a 5-minute walk of 3 different parks that allowed dogs off leash. BF had beagles growing up. I had German Shepherds. We had already discussed a beagle wouldn't fit into our lifestyle and how we wanted a big dog. Because BF worked nights and I was home alone, we were deemed beginner owners. Cool. Until we learned that meant they would only approve us for the senior beagles they had. A senior beagle in a third-floor walk-up. Really? So we found a farm that had an O litter. Their dog hadn't had a period in a year. So they bought a male dog. Turns out she hadn't gone through doggy menopause yet. So we got a Great Pyrenees GSD Aussie mix. He got 3 hours of exercise a day and was spoiled rotten. Now he's old, lazy and still spoiled.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. TooAfraidToAsk is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.